Okay, we also want to talk a little bit about what we should do as a rider as we're going over these logs and we're trotting over them or walking over them or loping over them. It really doesn't matter. It's all the same. We want to talk about where we should be and what we should do with our eyes. I think the most important thing to do as an exhibitor and as a rider is to look where you want to go or look where you want that horse's feet to land. I don't change my posture or my equitation very much. You know, some people like to lean forward a little bit. I don't necessarily do that. I think if it works for you, that's fine. There's nothing that says you can't do it or that that's a wrong way to do it. I just like to stay centered on my horse's back and allow him to balance a little bit. I feel like sometimes if I rock too forward or too back, then it changes his point of balance a little bit and it changes his timing. So I like to stay a little bit more centered. I may pick my hand up just a little bit just to kind of, you know, feel that horse's mouth and give them something to kind of, some kind of contact to have so that he stays with me, stays straight, maybe picks his shoulders up a little bit if I lift my hand. But, you know, there's not necessarily anything that says that I have to do that. So if you can go over the trot overs with your hand down on your horse's neck, then I think that's great. And you know, that's equally credit earning. So we're going to go ahead and go over the logs a few more times, and then we're just going to talk about, you know, where we're looking and what we're feeling. Going to go ahead and pick up the trot right here, coming up to that first log. I'm just going to look where I want to go. I'm just going to keep looking forward, forward, forward. And like I say, I may pick my hand up just a little bit just to kind of steady that horse and give him a direction and not allow him to look left or right. But for the most part, I'm going to stay sitting straight in the saddle, and I'm just going to let my eyes go where I want that horse's feet to land. So I'm constantly looking one step ahead of me.